What the fuck do you think you are? What happened, sir? You do not believe in Prophet Muhammad? Sir, I never said that. You said that you do not believe hadiths. Yes, I do not believe hadiths. Do not play games with me. The thing which you say is the same. I am sorry, sir, I do not believe in the liar called Bukhari. Because Prophet did not wrote hadiths, nor anyone at the time of Prophet. What the hell are you saying? Just read the history of hadiths and you will know the truth. What is the history of hadiths? Hadiths were not written at the time of our beloved Prophet. What are you talking about? Are you out of your mind? Hadiths are sayings of our Prophet, and we must believe in them. No, sir, hadiths were not written at the time of Prophet, and whoever tried to write at the time of 4 caliphs were punished. And hadith books were burnt by caliphs. What nonsense. No, sir, it is true. Do you know Umar did beat Abu Hurairah for creating false hadiths? Are you insane? What the hell are you talking about? Yes, and hadith books were written in 256 years after Hijri. Do you know, sir, how many hadith books are there? Can you name them for me? I know very well. There are 6 hadith books known as Kutubi, set. First one is Bukhari Sharif, second one is Muslims Sharif, third is Abu Dawud, fourth is Tirmidhi, fifth is Ibn Hanbal, and sixth is Sunni Nasai. Sir, you really do not know how many hadith books are there. I just told you the names of the books. There are 134 approximate Sunni hadith books. And when you ask a scholar, he will say, all are correct but most authentic ones are the 6 books you mentioned. So what is your point here? Sir, have you ever asked a scholar how to understand Quran? Yes, I did ask, and he said I require knowledge of the Sahih hadiths to understand Quran. But how can you understand and remember things given in 6 big books? But scholars do that every day. They even wrote explanations and commentaries of Quran. If all commentaries are based on same hadiths, then why are there so many differences in them? But disagreements between scholars is a part of Islam. No, sir, disagreement in hadiths is not a part of Islam at all. It is part of devil's plan to mislead people. What are you saying? Do you think hadiths are written by devil? No, I did not meant that, but what I wanted to say was that hadiths have many contradictions in them. How can you say that? Because I have read hadith books and they are full of contradiction and injunctions opposite of the Quran. I would like you to read the hadith books yourself. Then you can decide yourself. So you are saying hadith books are wrong? And mislead people? Yes, sir. Because they contain many absurd hadiths also which I can never believe that a prophet could have said or done. For example, the hadith in Sahih Bukhari, Ablutions, Volume 1, Book 4, number 234, says that Prophet prescribed camel urine as a medicine. And the people of Urayna tribe killed shepherd. So Prophet then ordered to cut their hands and feet, and their eyes were branded with heated pieces of iron, and let them die of thirst. Is this really a hadith? Are you telling the truth? Did Prophet really did that? This is the hadith of Bukhari, you can check it yourself, and I don't believe that Prophet did anything like this or can do. That's why I do not believe hadiths. Can you give me some more examples? Bukhari 6 Hadith 298 says Muhammad would take a bath with the little girl and fondle her, talking about Aisha when she was only 9. I do not believe that Prophet could do such a thing. I can go on counting hadiths that are ridiculous, like the Prophet gave permission to kill children and women in war in Book of Jihad in Bukhari. How is this possible? Quran strictly prohibits this. That is what I was telling you, sir. Hadiths do contradict the Quran. Can you tell me more about hadiths? I will be happy to help. Sir, I can prove to you from Quran that hadiths are not important. Please proceed. The only book that the messenger delivered to the world is the Quran, Surah 6 verse 19. The sole mission of the messenger is to deliver the message, Surah 16 verse 35. We have been commanded to follow the Quran alone in Surah 7 verse 2 and 3, and in Surah 17 verse 46. The Quran contains everything that we need for guidance, Surah 16 verse 89. God did not leave anything out of the Quran, Surah 6 verse 38. Anything that is not commanded in the Quran, God left it up to our minds and intelligence to decide, Surah 5 verse 101. All this is given in Quran? Yes sir, and much more. I will tell you some more references so that you can check it up yourself. Don't believe anyone without checking it first. The Prophet Abraham was the founder of Islam and a good example for us. Surah 20 to verse 78, Surah to verse 135, Surah 60 verse 4. I thought Muhammad was the founder of Islam. He brought all the commandments. No sir. Muhammad was the follower of Abraham. Surah 3 verse 68, Surah 16 verse 123. All religious practices, daily prayers, obligatory charity, fasting, and pilgrimage come through Abraham. Surah 21 verse 73, Surah to verse 43 and verse 127 and 128, Surah to verse 183, Surah 3 verse 43, Surah 19 verse 31 to 59, Surah 20 verse 14. We should not follow any hadith besides the Quran is the source of God's religion. Surah 45 verse 6. There are those who use vain hadith to mislead people, without knowledge. Surah 31 verse 6. We do not need fabricated hadith, because the Quran is fully detailed. Surah 12 verse 111. The best hadith is the Quran. Surah 39 verse 23. Let us take a break and let me check those ayats. I will meet you in my office after the break. We need to discuss more. Salam brother, how are you today?
I am fine. Thank you. I wanted to ask you something.
Yes sure, you can ask anything.
I hear that boss called you for some things you said about hadiths, and that you gave him all the answers from Quran.
Yes, it is true. But how did you knew that?
Everybody in the office knows now. Because Abu was with boss and you in the office.
Yes, I remember now. What does he say?
He says you answered amazingly from Quran. You have a very good knowledge of Quran. More than a common scholar has.
I am just a student of Quran. And I don't want to become a scholar. I just read and teach others what I read and understood from Quran.
Best of luck for the other session with boss. Break is almost over.
Salam sir. Wassalam. Welcome brother. Sir. Did you check those references? Yes I did. And I think you're right most of the time. Yet I have doubts. Sir, you can ask me anything. I will answer it God willing if I know. I still can't figure out how can I leave hadiths and sunnah and still be a Muslim? The only sunnah, law, is God's sunnah Surah 33 verse 38 and Surah 62 verses 35 to 43. Those who decree religious laws never authorized by God, and their followers, are idol worshippers Surah 40 to verse 21. The Quran is fully detailed, not vague Surah 30 verse 28 and Surah 41 verse 3. Still, how can we understand Quran without the help of hadiths? Sorry sir. I went to look up more of the references. So did you find anything else? Yes sir. Quran has been explained and detailed by God himself Surah 11 verse 1 Surah 75 verse 19. God is the teacher of the Quran Surah 55 verse 1. The Quran is easy to understand for believers, while it is impossible for idol worshippers Surah 54 verse 17 and 22 and 32 and 40 Surah 17 verse 46 Surah 18 verse 57. The Prophet Muhammad, as a good example, did not accept and follow any other source besides the Quran Surah 5 verse 48 and 49 Surah 6 verse 114 Surah 10 verse 15. God's word is perfect Surah 6 verse 115 and those who follow conjecture are diverted Surah 6 verse 112. Okay. But you still need hadiths to understand many things not given in Quran. For example, the way of performing salat. Sir, I will answer all of your questions, but first let me give you more verses of Quran. We can talk and somewhere else. Let us go. Salam sir. Why are we here again? I wanted to make sure that what you say is heard by someone else, so at least I have proof what you said. No problem sir. So I will continue my talk. God does not forget Surah 19 verse 64 God does not run out of words Surah 18 verse 109. Those who are not certain about the hereafter, are not satisfied with the Quran, they want to amend it with other books Surah 10 verse 15. So sir, from these ayats we come to know that Allah never forgets or run out of words. And I recited some ayats for which said Allah has explained Quran in detail. So it proves that Quran is a complete book. And nothing is omitted out of the book. So what about the details we seek in hadiths like the way of doing salah or prayer? Oh, you to believe. Ask not about things which if made known to you would give you trouble, and if you ask about them when the Quran is being revealed, they will be made known to you. God has overlooked them and God is forgiving, forbearing. Surah 5 The Feast, verse 101. So what is not mentioned in Quran is overlooked by Allah. Because He wants us not to involve in asking petty and small things like how to wash a nose and how to do gargle.